Andrew is taking all of your questions, weather-related only, and answering them with his excellent expertise. So Andrew, what are viewers asking you about this time around?
This week we're actually getting kind of a cool physics lesson because it has to do with rain and wind and what happens when you combine both of those. So my good friend Cindy from Sterling sent this in. How do you measure rain when the wind is blowing it sideways? Because we've all seen a rain gauge, that little cylinder thing. And of course, if the rain is blowing sideways, how does it make it into the tube? Well, that is a problem, but I'm going to show you the solution here in a second. So ideally, we would like to see rain fall like this, straight down, right into the cylinder, nice and gently. But what happens here in the Quad Cities when it rains most oftentimes? Well, it's usually windy, not only because of a storm system, but sometimes we get those rush of winds with thunderstorms, so it will make those raindrops fall a little more horizontally. So that's a problem. The fact also, too, that there is no such thing as a perfectly horizontal wind, and that the wind is kind of wavy, if you will. It comes in spurts and gusts, so it's not always kind of flowing in a straight line, if you will. There's a solution to this, though, and it's called a windshield or a wind screen. And some of the more up-to-date weather stations actually have this feature built in. So what we're doing is we're surrounding the rain gauge with an instrument just like this here with these different panels. And what we want to do is create turbulence or cause that straight wind to actually push up a little bit and allow some of those raindrops to break from the horizontal wind and fall a little more vertically into the rain cylinder itself. So that's a great question. I'll explain more about this in detail at WQAD.com. The article will be there just before GMQC at 11, so search for it then. You just search for Ask Andrew. It'll pull up today's answer. And I've got plenty of room for more questions coming up the next few weeks. Submit your own question here as well. GMQC continues right after this.